Welcome everybody to day 5 of the 2026 DHL Pool Lifesaving Championships for our Masters swimmers. We will now have the official opening read by Earl Ingram.
On behalf of all athletes competing at the national championships, I declare that we will compete to the best of our ability in a manner that is fair to all athletes in our field of competition. We declare that we will abide by the rules of competition and will comply with all oral and written instructions given to us by the appointment championship officials. As athletes, we understand our responsibility to uphold the traditions of lifesaving South Africa. Thank you.
The official's oath will be read by our chief referee, Annelie Lawrence.
On behalf of all appointed competition officials at these national championships, I declare that we will carry out our separate duties in an honest and impartial manner, and that we will treat each athlete competing at these championships in a fair and reasonable manner and without personal prejudice or bias. We understand that our appointment to these championships is made on basis of our acceptance of the responsibility given to us as representatives of Lifesaving South Africa. Sorry for that. declare it open.
And with that, we declare the 2026 DHL Pool Lifesaving Championships for our Masters athletes officially open. If you have just tuned in to the live streaming, welcome. We are on day 5 of the Pool Championships for our Masters athletes. We will just wait to get the pool prepared before we start with the official proceedings. Thank you.
Just check that it's page 1, 2, 3. Can I request you to start marshalling, please? Can I request you to start marshalling?
Those of you that have just joined us on the live stream, welcome to day 5 of the 2026 DHL South African Masters Pool Championships. We are just waiting for the go ahead from the equipment officers before we start with our first event, which will be the women 30 and over 100 meter obstacle. Right, so joining me today with some of the live commentary, I've got Chantal Smith, who is one of our national coaches. She's been on Worlds and some of the Orange Cup tours. So it'll be great to get some of her insights. Right, in Heat 1. Of the women 30 and over 100 meter obstacle. In lane 4 we have Sam Huck from Fishhook. In lane 5 Eloise Horn from Fishhook, and in lane 6 Mandy Dracht from Rocks. So it looks like Eloise is not here, so we'll have in lane Eloise is back. Right, so lane 4 Sam Huck Fishhook, lane 5 Eloise Horn Fishhook, and in lane 6 Mandy Dracht from Umschlanger Rocks. So this is the women's 30 and over 100 meter obstacle. Chantal, I don't know if you want to just run us through how this event works.
Okay, so we've got a 200 event where on each 50 there will be 2 gates, and they have to go under each obstacle quite fast, and 100 obstacle, I'm sorry.
It's for the Masters. Right, so out in front we've got Eloise Horn at a time of 34.61, followed closely by Mandy and Sam in lane 4. Out in front it's Eloise Horn from Fishhook. Lane 6 Mandy Dracht from Rocks, and then in lane 6 and in lane 4 we got Sam Huck from Fishhook. But out in front it is Eloise Horn in an unofficial time of 1:14.85.
Okay, Heat 2, Lane 1, Michelle Moxley Lamford from Fishhook. Lane 2, Kim Friggins from Summerstrand. Lane 3, Sarah Marcus from Kings Beach. Lane 4, Tanya Livingston from Umhlanga Rocks. Lane 5, Jenna Jeffries from Summerstrand. Lane 6, Shannon Emmett from Umhlanga Rocks. And Lane 7, Janie Prince, Summerstrand Lifesaving. And Lane 8, Elizabeth Bushek.
Right, we had a really strong start there from Tanya Livingston in lane 4 from Rocks Lifesaving Club, but also in lane 1, Michelle Moxley Lamprecht from Fishhook. So it seems it's going to be between Michelle and Tanya. Nothing between these two at the moment as they go through the second gate on the first 50 meters. Michelle's going to touch. Oh, they're almost together in a 35-36 for that first 50. Tanya Livingston from Rocks just slightly ahead on that first obstacle going back. Now we have Michelle from Fishhook. So it's between Fishhook and Rocks out in front at the moment, coming in strong from Summerstrand. In lane 7, that is Janine Prince. Right, it's going to be Umhlanga Rocks. Lane 4, Tanya Livingston. Unofficial time 1:14. Well done. So the Masters are slightly different for this event for the seniors. The seniors do 200.
Yeah, very much different, but we're going to see some quick racing under those gates today, I think.
Michelle's going to touch. Oh, they're almost together. Tanya Livingston from Rocks just slightly ahead. There's quite a few heats of the men, so we can look forward to that. 4 heats of the women. In Heat 3, Lane 1, Heather Cressel, Fishhook. Lane 2, Ingrid Forwen-Morin, Hearties. Lane 3, Susan Marburg, Hearties. Lane 4, Heidi Stain, Hearties. Lane 6, Michelle Davey, Mandeville Dolphins. Lane 6, Mana Peterson, Hearties. Lane 7, Carol van Bassen from Clifton. And in lane 8, Mickey Zumt from Milnerton. We are just waiting for starters orders before we begin with Heat 3 of the women 30 and over 100 meter obstacle. Those of you that have just tuned in to the live streaming, welcome to day 5 of the 2026 DHL South African Lifesaving Masters Pool Championships.
It's great to see our selectors and coaches in this heat.
Yeah, we have Mana Peterson, who is one of our national coaches from Hearties. Well done, Mana. Yay, there we go. Right, so heat 3, Heather in Fishhook, lane 1, Ingrid in lane 2 from Hearties, Susan, lane 3, Hearties, 4, Heidi Stain, Hearties, 5, Michelle Davey, Mandeville Dolphins, 6, Mana, Hearties, lane 7, Carol from Clifton, and in lane 8, Mickey from Milnerton. Out in front, it's Carol van Bussen from Clifton. Putting in a good show here in lane 1 is Heather Cresswell from Fishhook. Carol having a really strong swim, going out in a 41.48. In lane 1, we've got Heather Cresswell from Fishhook, as well as Mickey Zumt out in lane 8 from Milnerton. Out in front at the moment is Carol van Bussen from Clifton, followed by Heather Cresswell, Fishhook, and Mickey Zumt from Milnerton. Putting in a good show from Hearties is Heidi Stain. Also got Michelle Davey as well as Marna Peterson and Susan Myberg, but out in front, winning in an unofficial time of 1:27.54 from Clifton, Carol van Bussen. Carol, of course, also a former national athlete. In second was Heather Cresswell from Fishhook, also unofficial, 1:37.98. Coming in now in lane 6, that is Marna Peterson, one of our national selectors. Well done. In lane 2, Ingrid Volwerk-Murren is 74. She's the oldest competitor in the ladies, so let's give her a good round of applause there as she goes under the gates. Again, we've got some great underwater visuals. So a great swim from Ingrid, 74 years old, our oldest competitor in this event. 74 years young. Well done, Ingrid. Good job. Well done. Right, our last heat, heat 4. We've got lane 1, Sally Matusik from Fishhook. In lane 2, Henry Ferreira, Hearties. Lane 5, Zani van Heerden, Hearties. Lane 4, Lane 4, Elke Stopforth, Hearties. Lane 5, Samantha Marais, Hearties. Lane 6, our national coach, Lynette van Rensburg from Hearties. Lane 7, Jean Topless from Fishhook. And in lane 8, Andy Vermaak from Hearties. Big contingent van Hearties in this event, in this heat. And in this heat, we have Samantha Marais, who is our youngest competitor in this event, 30 years young. Again, those of you that have joined us on the live streaming, welcome. We are on heat 4 of the women 30 and over 100-meter obstacle for the Masters. Out in front from Hearties, that's Elke Stopforth. She turns in a 33.89. Followed next to her is Zani van Heerden, also from Hearties. And we also have Samantha Marais from Hearties. Hearties have got a strong contingent here in this.
Very strong. No, they've got a team. They're ready to come and win this.
Yeah, I think so. Also got Lynette van Rensburg out in 6. But winning this in lane 4 is Elka Stopworth, an unofficial time, 1:12:27. Second place, lane 5, is Samantha Murray, unofficial time, 1:17:34. And in third place, I believe that was Zani van Heerden in a time of 1:22:45. Again, all of these are unofficial times. We will wait for them to be ratified in the final results.
Great swim from Harties.
I think they put in a good contingent here to try and prepare for Worlds.
Oh, very, very.
Right, finishing now lane 7, Jean Topless from Fishhook. Great swim, ladies. Right, so that concludes our first heat, or first event, the women 30 and over 100-meter obstacle for the Masters. Right, we're moving on to the men 30 and over. There are 6 heats. Heat 1, in lane 1, we've got Ricardo Peach from Harties. Ricardo, former national athlete, great to have him with us. Lane 2, Etienne van Gent, Kings Beach. Lane 4, Sean Dracht from Umhlanga. Lane 4, Luvuya Noninzama from Summerstrand. Lane 5, Gavin Thor from Seagulls. Lane 6, Matthew Goodall, Clifton. Lane 7, Ryan Engel from Umhlanga Rocks. Ricardo is our youngest competitor in this event. And they are off. This is heat 1 of the men 30 and over 100-meter obstacle pool lifesaver. Out in front, as would be expected, is Ricardo Peach from Harties, but out in lane 7, that is Gareth Draft from Rocks, and next to him, Troy Squires from Clifton. Oh, no, sorry. Ricardo turning there in 32:20, followed by lane 7, that is Ryan Engel from Rocks, and lane 6, Matthew Goodall from Clifton. So out in front we've got Harties, followed by Rocks and Clifton. Ricardo showing he's still got a little bit of class there. Sitting next to me is his former coach, Valencia Walker. It's unofficial time for Ricardo, 1:07:49. Valence, what do you think of that time for him?
I think it's an excellent time.
Still got it in him.
Yes, he certainly has, and his technique has not changed at all.
That's wonderful. To just quickly see the replay for great technique. Ricardo there using the floor to push off. All of the swimmers will do that, especially when when the pool is a little bit shallow. They like to be able to go down under the obstacle and really get the power out of the legs to propel them forward. Great technique from Ricardo, really bringing those legs into that tuck position to maximize his push off the wall, off the floor. Right, heat 2. In lane 1 we have Justin Langley, Harties. Lane 2, Tate Scordis, Fishhook. Lane 3, Simon Vickers, Rocks. Lane 4, Richard Smith, Kings Beach. Lane 5, Roy Clark, Fishhook. Lane 6, Craig Campbell, Harties. Lane 7, Gareth Dracht from Slunga Rocks. And in lane 8, Troy Squires from Clifton. Looks like we don't have a full heat here. Right, so lane 4, we've got Richard, Kings Beach, 5, Roy, Fishhook, lane 6, Craig, Hearties, lane 7, Gareth, Rocks, and in lane 8, we've got Troy from Clifton. But out in front it's Gareth Dracht from Umhlanga Rocks, followed closely by Troy from Clifton, as well as Roy from Fishhook, Kings Beach, Richard still in there. See, Gareth turning in a 31.93. It's out in front at the moment. So we've got Gareth from Umhlanga Rocks, followed by Fishhook, that is Roy Clark, Kings Beach, Richard Smith. Had a really good turn there to make up a little bit of time. Out in lane 8, we've also got Troy from Clifton. But lane 7, Gareth Dracht from Umhlanga Rocks, unofficial time 1:07.49. In second place, lane 5, Roy Clark from Fishhook. And in third, we've got Richard Smith from Kings Beach. At our third heat of 6, in lane 1, we have Lyle Blom from Summerstrand. Lane 2, Brian Allett, Clifton. Lane 3, Chris Allen, Kings Beach. 4, Marco Zamt, Milnerton. Lane 5, Paul Herbst, Umhlanga. Lane 6, Evan Peterson, from Hearties. Lane 7, Soren Ben Dixon, Fishhook. And in lane 8, Greg Huntingford from Clifton. We don't have lane 6 or 7.
Okay, we got a nice start from Marco Zam in lane 4, coming out nicely. And isn't...
Right, Marco is going to be turning in a 33.43.
We got Greg turning at a 38.
Greg out in lane 8 from Clifton.
Marco's coming in strong.
I'll quickly just have a look at some of the underwater visuals.
And we've got Marco from Milnerton finishing with a 1:11.57, unofficial. With Greg coming in on a 1:21, and
I think that one was really close between Greg, Brian Allett and Greg.
very, very close. Good swim, gentlemen.
Teammates from Clifton. Right, our next heat is heat 4 of the men 30 and over 100 meter obstacle. In lane 1, we have Alan Tosti from Umhlanga Rocks. In lane 3, we got Guy Mottram from Fishhook. Lane 4, Rob Smith from Summerstrand. Lane 6, we've got Robert Galt from Kings Beach. A little bit of confusion on the blocks at the start. It's okay, gents. Right, they're going to step down and they will be under starters orders again. Our chief referee, Annelie Lawrence, just making sure that everybody knows exactly what lane they are supposed to be in. Post whistle, everybody needs to be up on the blocks. Right, so in lane 1, we've got Alan Tosti from Umhlanga Rocks. In lane 3, Guy Mottram, Fishhook. Lane 4, we've got Rob Smith from Summerstrand. Lane 6, that is Robert Galt from Kings Beach. He's just lost his cap there. Lane 7, Paul Bergset from Umhlanga Rocks. And in lane 8, Bernard Ludovic from Seagulls. Putting in a good performance here. In lane 3, Guy Mottram from Fishhook. Turning in a 34.03. Followed by lane 6, that is Robert Galt from Kings Beach. And then from lane 1, we've got Umhlanga Rocks, that's Alan Tosti. Out in front, we are... Sorry, I didn't quite get that time. Yes, we did. Okay. Lane 3, Guy Mottram from Fishhook. Unofficial time, 1:15.33. Second is going to be lane 1. That is Alan Tosti from Umhlanga Rocks, 1:27.70. And third place, Robert Galt from Kings Beach.
Okay, lane 1, Graham Holm from Summerstrand. Lane 2, Andre van Rooyen, Kings Beach. Lane 3, Rian van der Merwe, Harties. Lane 4, Andrew Watts, Clifton. Lane 5, Douglas Herblet from Mandela. Lane 6, Bogdan Ignis, Harties. Lane 7, Robert Welsh, Summerstrand. And lane 8, Derek Morris, Umhlanga Rocks.
Right, in this heat, we have Robert Walsh, who is the oldest competitor in this event. Lane 7, Robert isn't here. In lane 2, it's Andre van Rooyen, 74 years old. He is our oldest competitor for this event. But lane 1, we've got Graham from Summerstrand. 2, Andre, Kings Beach. 3, Rion, Harties. Lane 4, Andre, Clifton. 5, Doug from Mandela Dolphins. Lane 6, Bogdan from Harties. And in lane 8, we've got Derek Morris from Umhlanga. Out in front at the moment is lane 4, Andrew Watts from Clifton, turning in a 38.44. Out in lane 8, Derek Morris putting in a good show, the 67-year-old from Umhlanga Rocks. We've got Clifton. That's Andrew Watts still out in front. Derek from Umhlanga Rocks trying to chase him down. Doug Herbert's putting in a good effort. Lane 1, we've also got Graham Horn from Summerstrand. Andre van Rooyen, lane 2, putting in a really good show here. Oldest competitor, 74 years old. Out in front, lane 4, Andrew Watts, unofficial time, 1:25.31. Followed closely by lane 8, that was Derek Morris from Umhlanga Rocks. Lane 1 is Graham Horn from Summies. That was heat 5. We now move on to the final heat of the men 30 and over 100-meter obstacle. Very strong Harties reflection here. In lane 1, Jean-Pierre Duplessis from Harties. Lane 2, Thomas Dreyer, Harties. Lane 3, Jan Albert Heymans, Harties. Lane 4, Barrio van Niekerk, world record holder, also former national athlete, Harties. Ruan Marais, also a former national athlete from Harties. Lane 6, Frans Visser, Harties. Lane 7, Mark Pincente from Clifton. And in lane 8, Lohan Otto, Harties. We have quite a few of our former national athletes in this. We've got Barrio van Niekerk, who swam in the senior competition earlier in the week and did really well there. Thomas Dreyer, lane 2, also a former national athlete from Harties. Barrio not holding anything back, being chased down by Ruan Marais, former teammates, out in a 28.0. Barrio's got a very good underwater kick. As you can see, exceptional underwater work from Barrio van Niekerk. Followed closely by Ruan Marais, also a former national athlete. But it's Harties out in front with Barrio van Niekerk under the final obstacle. Let's just have a look and see what his unofficial time will be. 59.36. That is an exceptional time for Barrio van Niekerk. Unfortunately, let's just see where the records are.
Attention, please. Attention, please.
Unfortunately, I don't have the full set of records, so I can't check if that is a record time for Barrio. I'm not sure if Barrio got a South African record for that, but if we have a look at the
Event 3 and 4.
replay on the screen, especially for those that have just tuned in.
Testing event 3 and 4.
Really putting in
the
an
relay
excellent
for
performance. Right, we will just have a short break. And just have a short break now as we wait for the relay teams to get together. Masters competition, always full of camaraderie between all the clubs. There's also great rivalry between everybody as well.
Okay, lane 3 is Umhlanga Rocks, lane 4 Hearties, lane 6 Fishhook, and lane 7 Hearties.
Right, we've got 2 teams from Hearties. That means they've got a really strong contingent, a lot of athletes that are participating in these championships, which is fantastic to see. Out in front, we have got Fishhook, Eloise Horn, Sam Huck, Michelle Moxley Lamprecht, and Jean Topless.
Got Hearties coming in strong, catching up to Fishhook. Oh, nice underwater work from Hearties.
Both teams touching in around about a 33.65. We've got Hearties and Fishhook. Fishhook in the women's 50 age group and Hearties in the younger age group, in the 40 plus age group.
Okay, now we've got Umhlanga Rocks catching up here.
That's what I love about the relays.
Yeah.
You never know who is going to get there first.
It's anyone's game. You've got Umhlanga Rocks coming in now strong.
That was Umhlanga Rocks, followed by Hearties, Fishhook.
I know, a bit of technical difficulties there for Umhlanga. Hearties has got a nice form, coming in strong.
We've got Fishhook there on the other side in lanes 6. They are, of course, I think the younger age group. But Hearties holding their own here.
Oh. Fishhook is coming in now, very strong.
We've got Elka Stopforth from Hearties for the final leg, but it is Fishhook. Hearties.
Here comes Hearties.
And Rocks.
Alka is coming in very nicely there, catching up to Fishhook.
It's going to be a battle here between Fishhook and Hearties. Elka Stopforth.
Very nice. This is going to be a tight race, and it's going to be Fishhook with a 1:2:33.
Great swims there from Fishhook and Hearties in the relay 120 to 230 plus obstacle relay. For those of you that have just tuned in and may not understand how we put these relays together, they are based on a time band. So this first one was 120 to 230, and what that means is the age of the total relay. So the ages of all the athletes are added up, and it needs to fit into that 120 to 230 band. So these are all the youngsters. Right, we now move on to event 4, apologies, the men 30 and over,
Okay,
200.
lane 2, we've got Hearties. Lane 3, Summerstrand. Lane 4, Rocks. Lane 5, Hearties. And lane 6, Seagulls. Not sure if everyone's here yet.
I don't think we've got the team from Summerstrand. We've got Hearties in lane 2. We've got Rocks in 4. I think we've got lane 5. And then lane 6, we've got Seagulls. So three teams contesting the men 120 to 230 age group obstacle. Lane 2, Hearties. Lane 4, Rocks. And in lane 5, Seagulls. Hearties have got a really strong team here. We've got Jean-Pierre Duplessis, Ruan Marais, Jan Albert Heymans and Ricardo Peach in lane 2. Lane 4, Rocks, Gareth Dracht, Ryan Engel, Sean Dracht and MJ Mkizi. And then Seagulls in lane 6, Gordon Potgieter, Sergio Smith, Ridwan Rajal and Gavin Thorne.
Beautiful underwork there from Hearties.
Hearties out in the lead at the moment, followed by Rocks and Seagulls. Got Ricardo Peach coming in now. Should build on their lead that they already have. Ricardo, of course, one of our former national athletes. Out in a 29.82. Let's have a look and see what Ricardo does here. So we've got Hearties, Rocks, and Seagulls. Great underwater work from Ricardo, using the floor to push off.
We've got Ricardo
Hearties
touching in at
out in the lead.
30.38.
Followed by Rocks and Seagulls. Hearties out in front, Rocks, Seagulls. Anchor leg for Hearties is going to be Ruan Marais, also one of our former national athletes. Our third length there from Hearties, 38.52. Ruan with a really strong dive, just one arm stroke before he reaches the obstacle to go under. Rocks off, and so is Seagulls. Exceptional underwaters from Ruan as he brings his team home in an unofficial time of 2:09.23. Followed by Rocks in unofficial time 2:20. And Seagulls in lane 6. 2:34.05. Chantal, great to see we've got 2 heats of these youngsters, relatively youngsters, in that 120 to 230 age group.
Yeah, it's amazing to see how all these masters are coming back to show what they've done when they were youth, and just seeing them perform again is amazing.
Heat 2 in lane 1, we've got the team from Rocks. In lane 2, Clifton. Lane 3, Seagulls. Lane 4, Summerstrand. Lane 5, Hearties. Lane 6, Fishhook. 7, Kings Beach. And in lane 8, we got Seagulls. I'll see our Clifton team. The lead off is Garth Brever. We've had some withdrawals. Seagulls in lane 3, Summerstrand in lane 4. So just to recap there, lane 1 we've got Rocks, 2 Clifton, 3 Hearties, 5 Hearties, lane 6 Fishhook, 7 Kings Beach, and in lane 8 we've got Seagulls. Out in front we've got Hearties, touching in a 29.65, followed by Clifton, Rocks.
Fishhook.
On the other hand, we've got Kings Beach. Clifton putting in a good show here, taken over the lead from Hearties. And we've got Fishhook on the other side. Rocks also catching up on this second length. So we've got Clifton, we've got Hearties, we've got Fishhook, we've got Rocks in lane 1, but it is going to be Clifton, followed by lane 6, Fishhook, Rocks in lane 1, Hearties in lane 5. Hearties putting in a bit of a show here on the third length, trying to catch Fishhook. Out in front, we still have Clifton. So lane 2, Clifton, lane 6, Fishhook, lane 5, Hearties. Clifton off. Let's see if they can hold off Barrio van Niekerk, who's coming in for Hearties in lane 5. We've got Barrio. This is going to be an exciting race. Let's see if Barrio can catch. It's going to be the teams between Hearties and Clifton. Can Clifton hold off? Have they got enough of a lead to hold off Barrio van Niekerk from Hearties?
Here comes Barrio.
So. A fantastic swim from Barrio van Niekerk. Second place, Clifton. Third place, Seagulls.
And that's a time for Hearties, 2:14.
That was an exceptional swim, the fourth length, Barrio van Niekerk to catch up. Clifton just didn't quite have it in that fourth length to stave off the mighty Barrio van Niekerk. There's a great swimming there from our relays. I now move on to our line throw event. So we will just have a short break while the pool gets ready for the line throw relay. Right, we are now getting ready for heat 1 of the women's 30 and over line throw relay. In lane 2, we've got Harties, Heidi Stain and Susan Myberg. Lane 3, Fishhook, Sally Matuntik and Jean Topless. In lane 4, Fishhook, Heather Kressel, Sam Huck. Lane 5, no, we don't have anyone from Summerstrand. In lane 6, we've got Lynette van Rensburg and Marna Petersen. And in lane 7, Harties, Ingrid Voorweg-Marren and Anandi Vermaak.
You know, Heather, what I like about line throw, it's very technical. You've got to have skill and you've got to have strength. And this is what we as lifesavers need to rescue others.
And if it's not your day, it's not your day. Right, so some of the rules for this event, you will see on screen the officials are just putting some tape down. So there is almost an unofficial box, an area behind the swimmer, and they are not allowed to move outside of that designated marking behind the block. So that is the area that they have in order to throw the line. You'll also notice now a lot of the swimmers behind the blocks are just stretching out their line. And that is to try and ensure that there are no little kinks that can turn into knots, which then obviously affect the distance that the line will go. In the water, you'll see the obstacles have been put out. That is at the 12.5 meter mark. So the patients will go in, they will hold on to that obstacle. Under started orders, you'll see that the patients go in, they will hold the line. They then take that line over the obstacle and extend it straight, so that there are less chance of the rope tangling or creating some knots. Swimmers, the throwers need to throw that line within the lane that they have been allocated. Patients can hold onto that obstacle with their arm extended. They can use their foot, their hand, whatever, to get hold of that line. They are not allowed to let go of that obstacle until they have the line in their hands, and the thrower will then pull them in.
Some very different techniques going on here. Oh, Fishhook's got it.
That is lane 4, Heather Kressel and Sam Huck, in a time of 21:26. And then we've also got Lynette van Rensburg, our national coach from Harties, in second place, lane 6. Well done. Hearties coming in again. It's the two teams from Hearties. Who is it going to be? 7 or 2? Lane 2, lane 7. Well done. They all made it.
They all made
That's
it.
extremely impressive. Well done.
Congratulations. Sure.
Yeah. That heat would have given the senior and juniors a run for their money.
Oh, definitely.
Right, our next heat, we've got 8 teams. We may have a full heat here. In lane 1, we've got Rocks, Mandy Dracht and Anka Hockley. In lane 2, Summerstrand, Kim Friggins and Jenna Jeffries. Lane 3, Hearties, Henry Ferreira, Zani van Heerden. Lane 4, Clifton, Elizabeth Bushek and Carol van Bussen. Lane 5, Rocks, Shannon Emmett and Tanya Livingston. Lane 6, Big Bay, Victoria Donaldson and Sarah Vita Janssen. Lane 7, Fishhook, Eloise Horn and Michelle Moxley Lamprecht. And in lane 8, Hearties, Samantha Murray and Alka Stopforth. Under starters' orders, patients go in holding the line. Lane 1, Rocks, 2, Summies, 3, Hearties, 4, Clifton, 5, Rocks, 6, Big Bays, 7, Fishhook. And in lane 8, Hearties. It's the final heat of the women 30 and over line throw relay.
Beautiful technique from lane 4 from Clifton.
Now that's Carol van Bussen throwing. Yes, she's got her.
Nice throw from Hearties in lane 8.
Hearties as well. And in lane 6, we've also got Big Bay. But it was Clifton in a time of 19:01, the team of Carol van Bussen and Elizabeth Bushek. Carol, of course, one of our former national athletes. Well done. Right, so swimmers get 45 seconds to complete this event. Right, we are moving on to the men 30 and over line throw. We have 4 heats or 4 finals. In lane 1, we have the team from Harties, Evan Petersa and Rian van der Merwe. Lane 2. No, we don't have the team from Harties in lane 2. So in lane 3, we've got Summerstrand, that's Graham Holm and Rob Smith. Lane Clifton's not here. So in lane 6, we've got Seagulls, Sergio Smith and Gordon Potgieter. And in lane 8, we also have Seagulls. So we've got 2 Seagulls teams, lane 8 and lane 6. 1 team from Summerstrand in lane 3. And in lane 1, we've got the team from Harties. So Harties, Evan Petersen, Rian van der Merwe. Lane 3, Summerstrand, Graham Holm, Rob Smith. Lane 6, Seagulls, Sergio Smith and Gordon Potgieter. And then in lane 8, Seagulls, Ridwan Rajal and Bernard Lodewijk. Those of you that have just tuned into the live streaming, welcome to day 5 of the 2026 DHL South African Lifesaving Championships. We are watching the first heat of the men 30 and over line throw relay. Harties, Summerstrand, Seagulls and 2 teams from Seagulls contesting this first heat of 4. We're just waiting for all of the equipment to be cleared by the referees on pool deck. Harties in 1, 3 Summerstrands, 6 Seagulls, 8 Seagulls. Yes, Harties out. That is a team of Evan Petersen, Rian van der Merwe. Oh, and then lane 6, Seagulls. I don't know who touched first there, if it was Seagulls or Harties in lane 1. That was a magical throw from the team from Seagulls, Sergio Smith and Gordon Potgieter, as well as from Harties, Evan Petersen and Rian van der Merwe. "45 seconds are up. I think we'll just wait for the replay and have a look and see who won that. There's the team from Seagulls. a quick replay here for those of you that are watching on our live stream. Seagulls, unfortunately, there we go, they've got a better angle here. Yeah, it was seagulls. Lane 1, we got Seagulls, Roland Jerling and Patrick Lewis. Lane 2, Rocks, Sean Dracht and Ryan Engel. Lane 3, Seagulls, Earl Ingram. Earl, of course, is in charge of the pool and the official running of this event in terms of the facilities. Done a great job. Thank you, Earl. So Earl and Enver. Lane 4, Fishhook, Soren Ben Dixon and Mark Wiley. No one in lane 5. Lane 6, 2 of our former national athletes, Ruan Marais and Ricardo Peach from Harties. Lane 7, Rocks, Derek Morris and Chris Pearson. And in lane 7, Barrio van Niekerk and Frans Visser. Who's your money on? This is going to be quite a fast heat. We've got Barrio, we've got Ruan and Ricardo, our former national teammates. Lane 4 is Fishhook. Seems that one of the obstacles just has come loose off the lane. And we need to just do a very quick repair. No, we've been given the go-ahead from the officials. Right. Swimmers will be under starters orders shortly. Yes, Barrio van Niekerk in lane 8 from Harties. Let's have a look what his time is. Yeah,
Harties.
15.55. Fantastic. We've got Rocks coming in lane 2 there. We also had the other team from Harties. Seagulls coming in lane 1.
Rocks in lane 7.
Right, we will just check on the age and the time for that. It looks like Barrio van Niekerk may have broken the South Africa record. Of course, it will need to be ratified. Well done, Barrio. they're just going to quickly do some repairs to the obstacles in the pool before we start with the next heat, heat 4 of the men's 30 and over line throw relay.
Okay, in lane 1, Kings Beach. Lane 3, Kings Beach. Lane 4, Hearties. Lane 5, Clifton. Lane 6, Mshlanga Rocks. And in lane 8, Clifton.
Kings Beach, we have Etienne van Gent and Andre van Rooyen. That's in lane 1. Lane 3, Chris Allen, Richard Shaw, also from Kings Beach. Hearties, 4, Thomas Dreyer and Jan Albert Hemmens. Lane 5, Clifton, Brian Allett and Garth Brevet. In lane 6, Rocks, Gareth Dracht and Paul Herbst. And in lane 8, the Clifton team, Troy Squires and Greg Huntingford. Right, we are going to begin shortly with the women's 30 and over 100 meter mannequin with fins. Right, under starters orders, we have the first heat of the women's 30 and over 100 meter mannequin with fins. In lane 3, we've got Victoria Donaldson, Big Bay. Lane 4, Renee van der Westhuizen, Big Bay. In lane 5, Elizabeth Bouchek, Clifton. And in lane 6, Sarah Vita Janssen from Big Bay.
Okay, so they have to go 50 meters swim, dive down, get the mannequin and come up. Your mannequin needs to be not past your head, as that is a DQ, so may those competitors make sure your mannequin is far behind you.
That's quite a technical race, especially in terms of getting that mannequin off the wall. But out in front, we've got Victoria Donaldson from Big Bay, followed by Elizabeth from Clifton and Renee van der Westhuizen from Big Bay. Big Bay and Clifton having a battle here for second place, but out in front, it is going to be lane 3. Victoria Donaldson from Big Bay, unofficial time 1:17:20. Second was lane 5 from Clifton, Elizabeth Bouchek, followed very closely by 4. That was Renee van der Westhuizen from Big Bay. Congratulations, ladies.
I can say like in lane 2 half is when you can say the name.
Okay.
And I'll always start from this side.
Right, next up, we've got heat 2.
In lane 2, from Hearties.
Ingrid Forvac Morin.
In lane 3, from Summerstrand.
Jenna Jeffries.
In lane 4, from Summerstrand.
Kim Friggins.
In lane 5, from Hearties.
Marna Petersen.
And in lane 6, from Hearties.
Susan Myberg.
And in lane 7, from Clifton.
Carol van Bussen.
And lastly, lane 8, from Rocks.
Shannon Emmett. Right, in lane 2, Ingrid Forbeck Marin from Hearties, our oldest competitor in this event, 74 years young. Fantastic that we have our golden oldies participating with us. Lane 5, we've got Mana Petersen, who is one of our national selectors. Great to see her here. Carol van Bussen, former national athlete. Slight delay as the equipment officers just check that the mannequins on the deep side of the pool, yes, we've been given the go-ahead. Everything is ready. and a clean start. So we will see some of the swimmers going underwater as fast as they can. Most of them are up now. Out in front, lane 8, Shannon Emmett from Rocks, but followed very closely by lane 1, Tanya Livingston, also from Rocks. They will go down, retrieve the mannequin, and then surface and come back. Tanya doing an unusual stroke here. I haven't seen this done before. Choosing to hold that mani and do backstroke. Out in lane 8, we've got Shannon Emmett, also from Rocks, followed very closely by Carol van Bussen from Clifton. It's Tanya Livingston touching an unofficial time, 1:17.09. Carol making up some time there on this leg, touching in second place, so 1:25.02. And in third place was Shannon Emmett from Rocks. We've got in lane 2 our oldest competitor in this event, Ingrid Forvac-Morin, 74 years. Let's hear it for her. Here comes Ingrid. Well done. Unofficial time, 2:10.40. Well done, Ingrid. We are just waiting for the chief referee to give the go-ahead to clear the pool. Divers on the deep side will now be placing the mannequins correctly. Our pool has been cleared.
Okay, in lane 2 from Hearties.
We have Zani van Heerden,
In lane 3 from Hearties.
Anandi Vermaak,
In lane 4 from Hearties.
Lynette van Rensburg,
In lane 5 from Hearties.
Andre Ferreira,
In lane 6 from Hearties.
Heidi Steen,
In lane 7 from Fishhook.
Heather Cresswell,
And in lane 8 from Mandela Dolphins.
Michelle Davey.
Woo!
Our big Hearties contingent in this heat. They've brought down a really big team in preparation for Worlds at the end of the year. They are off. Those of you that have just tuned into the live stream, welcome to the 2026 DHL South African Masters Lifesaving Pool Championships. We are on heat 3 of the women 30 and over 100 meter mannequin with fins. Out in front, lane 2, that's Zani van Heerden from Harties going down to retrieve the Manny. Great underwater visuals. Zani up first in lane 2. We also have lane 4, that's Lynette van Rensburg coming through really strongly. Next to her is Anandi Vermaak, also from Harties. Harties 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5 at the moment. Lynette making a great...
Harties is in the top 5 positions right now.
Yeah, Lynette really doing well on this toe length. She's got a very nice stroke there, Lynette. It's in lane 2 in unofficial time, 1:17. Lane 4, unofficial time, 1:23. Lane 5, unofficial time, 1:26. So we had Zani van Heerden, Harties, Lynette van Rensburg, Harties in second. And in lane 6, Heidi Steen. Well done.
Okay, in lane 1 from Fishhook.
We've got Sam Huck,
In lane 2 from Summerstrand.
Janine Prince,
In lane 3 from Fishhook.
Eloise Horn,
In lane 4 from Harties.
Elke Stopforth,
In lane 5 from Fishhook.
Michelle Moxley Lamprecht,
In lane 6 from Harties.
Samantha Murray,
And then in lane 8 from Fishhook.
Sally Matusik. Right, in this heat we have our youngest competitor in lane 6, Samantha Murray. Short delay, you can see the underwater divers just making sure that all of the mannequins are in the correct position. They've put up the white flag, so everything is ready. Swimmers will soon be under starters orders. And they are off. I'm expecting Elke Stopworth from Harties to go a good way underwater. Yeah, she's still under. Everyone else up. Looks like Elke might be going the full 50 underwater. It's impressive from Elke Stopforth from Harties, out in front at the moment, followed by Michelle Moxley Lamprecht from Fishhook, as well as Eloise Horn, both of the Fishhook ladies. And on the other side we've got Samantha Marais in lane 6 from Harties, but out in front with a really good kick here is Elke Stopforth from Harties. Just have a look and see what her time, unofficial time, a 1:02.41. That is an amazing time. In second place, 1:11. Third place, oh, we didn't get that. Right, looks like Elke Stopforth may have got the South African record there. It will be ratified. So well done, Elka. Her previous record was a 105. We got her in at a 102. A fantastic swim there by Elka Stopforth with a potential new South African record time. That concludes Heat 7, the woman 30 and over, 100 meter mannequin with fins.
Okay, now it's the men's 30 and over, 100 meter mannequin with fins. In lane 2, we have from Seagulls.
Kerwin Clark,
In lane 3, from Umhlanga Rocks.
Ryan Engel,
In lane 6, from Big Bay.
we have Alex Nish,
And in lane 7, from Hearties.
Ricardo Peach from Hearties, also one of our former national athletes. I stand to be corrected, but I think this was one of Ricardo's favorite events. Some of the masters choosing to wear the Russians. If you have a look at Ricardo, he's got the, the rockets, he's got the rockets on. The rest of the field are in the Russian fins. Before we start, Chantal, do you want to just give us a quick brief about the differences in the fins? I think Ricardo's going to go the whole way underwater.
I do think so.
See what his time is. Yeah, oh,
Oh, he's
there
already
he
up.
goes.
Oh.
It was so quick we weren't able to get his time there, but Ricardo out in front.
He doesn't even look like he has a mannequin. That's how fast he's going.
He's got a really good kick as Ricardo.
Brilliant swim.
Unofficial time of 52.84. Amazing. Well done, Ricardo.
He's very happy with that swim.
I think you have just beaten Barrio van Niekerk's record from 2016. That's been there for quite a while. So Ricardo Peach, again, we are just waiting for these times to be ratified, but I think he has broken Barrio van Niekerk's record. Well done, Ricardo. Awesome swim.
Okay, in lane 2 from Seagulls.
Enver Jacobs.
In lane 3 from Seagulls.
Gavin Thorne.
In lane 5 from Rocks.
Simon Vickers.
In lane 6 from Clifton.
We have Gareth Dracht.
And in lane 7 from Big Bay.
David Janssen.
And lane 8 from Kings Beach.
Etienne van Gent. Yes. Fantastic swim from Ricardo. Chantal, just from Ricardo's swim, I mean, that would have probably placed him in a final at the seniors.
Oh, definitely. He would have given them a run for their money.
Yeah. Fantastic swim from him. Right, out in front is lane 5. That is Gareth Dracht from Rocks. They all go down now, followed by Clifton in lane 6. Clifton just overcooking it a little bit on the dive down to get the mannequin, but out in front it is Rocks, Gareth Dracht, followed by Clifton. In lane 6, that is Troy Squires. We have Big Bay in 7, David Janssen. Winning this heat is going to be Rocks, that is Gareth Dracht, unofficial time, 1:06. Second place, lane 6, Troy Squires from Clifton, unofficial, 1:12. And in lane 7, David Janssen from Big Bay, unofficial time, 1:17. Seagulls in lane 2, Seagulls in lane 3.
Okay, in lane 2 from Seagulls.
All right, apologies. Right, we are on heat 3.
Okay, in lane 2 from Seagulls.
We have Earl Ingram,
In lane 3 from Kings Beach.
Richard Smith,
In lane 4 from Hearties.
Ivan Peterser,
In lane 5 from Fishhook.
Soren Ben Dixon,
And lane 7 from
Hearties.
Hearties.
That is Craig Campbell. Under starters orders. And they are off. We've got Seagulls, Kings Beach, Hearties, Fishhook contesting heat 3 of the men. 30 and over, 100 meter mannequin with fins. Out in front from Fishhook in lane 5 is Soren Ben Dixon. And we also have in lane 3, that is Richard Smith from Kings Beach. Richard going down to retrieve the mannequin. Great underwater visuals there of the men picking that mannequin up. And off they go for the final 50 toe. Lane 5, that's Fishhook, Soren Ben Dixon. Getting into a good rhythm there. Trying to chase down Richard Smith from Kings Beach. Out in front, lane 3, Richard Smith from Kings Beach, unofficial time 1:19, followed by lane 5, Soren Ben Dixon, Fishhook, unofficial time 1:22, and in lane 7 from Hearties, Craig Campbell, unofficial time 1:30. We have Evan Peterser now touching from Hearties in lane 4. And lane 2, that's Earl Ingram from Seagulls.
Okay, in lane 2, we have from... Is he there? Okay, in lane 1 from Seagulls.
Gordon Potgieter,
In lane 2 from Marlin.
Milnerton. Milnerton, yeah, that's Marco Zumpt.
In lane 3 from Rocks.
Paul Bergset,
In lane 4 from Kings Beach.
Chris Howells,
In lane 5 from Kings Beach.
Robert Gout,
In lane 6 from Seagulls.
Shannon Kane,
In lane 7 from Seagulls.
Bernard Ludovic,
And in lane 8 from Rocks.
Paul Herbert. Got a full heat for the men's 30 and over 100 meter mannequin tow. So we got Seagulls, Milnerton, Rocks, Kings Beach contesting heat 4 of the men's 30 and over 100 meter mannequin. Out in front, lane 2, that's Marco Zumpt from Milnerton. Great sporting family, the Zumpts. Goes down. You see the great underwater visuals there, correctly places that mannequin so that he can pop up and come back for the second length. So out in front we've got Marco Zumpt from Milnerton. Chasing him down from Rocks is Paul Herbert in lane 8. Just holding on to his lead is Marco Zumpt from Milnerton, followed by Paul Herbert, Rocks. We then have Kings Beach, that's Chris Howells. No, apologies, lane 5, that's Robert Gout, also from Kings Beach. Marco Zumpt, unofficial time, 1:08.64. Lane 8, unofficial time, 1:16, that is Paul Herbert from Rocks. Lane 5, unofficial time, 1:25. From Kings Beach is Robert Gout. Great to see some of our technical officials and administrators also participating in these Masters events. We have a look at the replay for those of you that have just joined us on the live streaming. You are currently seeing the heat 4 of 7 of the men's 30 and over 100 meter mannequin with fins.
Okay, in lane 2 from Seagulls we have
Patrick Lewis.
in lane 3 from Kings Beach.
We have Andre van Rooyen,
Lane 4 from Fisher.
71 years young, Mark Wiley. He is our oldest competitor so far in this heat. Well done, Mark.
In lane 5 from Summerstrand.
Lau Blom,
In lane 6
Robert Welsh from Summerstrand.
and lane 7 from
Rocks is Derek Morris.
and in lane 8 from Clifton.
Rob Smith.
From Summerstrand.
Oh, apologies, sorry, Rob. In this heat, we've got Andre and Mark, our two 70-year-olds. 70 plus. Few of the swimmers still underwater. Out in front there, lane 7 is Derek Morris from Rocks. We also have Lyle Blom from Summerstrand. Going down first is going to be lane 7, that's Derek Morris from Rocks. Followed by lane 5, that's Lyle Blom from Summies. Up first is Derek from Rocks, he's out in front at the moment. Followed by lane 5, that's Lyle Blom from Summerstrand. We also have in lane 8, Rob Smith, also from Summies. So we've got the two Summerstrand men. Out in front, we've got Rocks. Derek Morris still out in front from Umhlanga Rocks. He's going to comfortably win this heat. Lane 8, that's Rob Smith from Summerstrand, trying to chase him down. And we still have Robert Walsh as well in lane 6. Our winner in our unofficial time is going to be lane 7. That is Derek Morris from Rocks, unofficial time 1:32.14. Our 271, Andre van Rooyen in lane 3, 74 years young. And Mark Wiley from Fishhook, 71, our 270 plus year olds, well done. Unofficial times for them, 1:53.33. Fantastic swim from all the men in that heat.
Okay, in lane 1 from Hearties we have
Rian van der Merwe.
in lane 3 from Clifton we have
Brian Allett.
in lane 4 from Clifton we have
Matthew Goodall.
in lane 5 from Hearties we have
One of our former national athletes, Rowan Murray.
in lane 6 from Hearties we have
Jean-Pierre Duplessis.
in lane 7 from Mandela we have
Douglas Herbert.
and in lane 8 from Hearties we have
Loan Otto. It'll be interesting to see what Ruan goes here, if he can come anywhere close to Ricardo, who clocked a 52 in heat 1. We'll have a look and see. Ruan still under the water. Ruan was, that underwater for him was a 21.59. He's really trying to go after Ricardo, who is our new record holder unofficially. Let's have a look and see what Ruan can do.
no, this is going to be a good time.
Really bringing in those legs as a fast turnover.
Now he's putting it down. Here he comes.
Unofficial time, 57:48. In second place is going to be lane 4. That's Matthew Goodall from Clifton. Unofficial time, 1:11:40. Followed by lane 6, that's Jean-Pierre Duplessis from Hearties. That was the conclusion of Heat 6, the men 30 and over, 100-meter mannequin with fins. We are now on the final heat.
Just check that replay from Harty's brilliant finish at the end. Amazing swim. Okay, final heat from lane 1 from Clifton. We have
Garth Brevet,
in lane 2 from Harties, we have
Thomas Dreyer,
from lane 3 from Harties, we have
a mighty Barrio van Niekerk,
in lane 5 from
Fishhoek, Guy Mottram,
in lane 6 from Harties,
Tate Scordis,
and lane 7 from Clifton,
Mark Pincente,
and lane 8 from Fishhoek,
Roy Clark. Just got some great visuals for those of you that are joining us on the live stream. We are on the final heat, heat 7 of the men 30 and over, 100-meter mannequin with fins. Short delay while we are waiting for the equipment to be placed correctly. And they are off. All eyes are going to be on Barrio van Niekerk. He will more than likely make that whole 50 underwater. Just come off some heavy racing, participated in the senior event where, if I am not mistaken, he medaled in the event. There's some great visuals of Barrio as he goes and he picks it up. He's out in a 1972. That is a fantastic underwater swim from him. Barrio is now going to be chasing down Ricardo Peach's unofficial record of 52, but out in lane 6. We also have Jan Albert Heymans coming in from Harties, but Barrio van Niekerk out in front at the moment from Harties. Lane 52.24. Lane 6, that is Jan Albert Heymans in a 55.35. Lane 2, 104.26. Great to have two of the Harties athletes both under the minute for this event. Fantastic swims. Barrio may just have made the record by splits, but again we will have to wait for the official timing.
Let's check that replay. Coming in strong. Beautiful finish from Barrio.
For his age group, Barrio holds the record in a 52.32. So we will have to just wait for the official results to see if he managed to break that SA record.
And that concludes the 100-meter mannequin carry with fins.
Right, so we will just have a short break while we prepare for event 9, which will be the woman 13 over 50-meter mannequin.
Okay, in lane 3 from rocks, we have no program. Okay, in lane 3 from rocks, we have Mandela, and in lane 5 from Big Bay, we have Victoria Donald.
In the water, the woman 30 and over, 50-meter mannequin carry, lane 3, Mandy Dracht, rocks. And in lane 5, Victoria Donaldson from Big Bay. If you have tuned into the live streaming, the swimmers swim 25 meters, duck dive down, retrieve the mannequin, and swim the rest of the 50 meters to the wall. So out in front from Big Bay, Victoria Donaldson. And our winner from Big Bay, Victoria Donaldson from lane 5. And in lane 3, Mandy Dracht from Rocks.
Okay, in lane 1 from Clifton we have
Elizabeth Bushek.
In lane 2 from Summerstrand we have
Kim Friggins.
In lane 3 from Summerstrand,
Jenna Jeffries.
in lane 4 from Rocks,
Carol van Bassen.
in lane 5 from Clifton,
Tanya Livingston.
in lane 6 from Rocks,
Shannon Emmett.
and in lane 7 from Summerstrand,
Janine Prince. Those of you, if you've just tuned in to the live streaming, welcome to the 2026 DHL South African Lifesaving Masters Pool Championships. We are currently on Heat 2, the women's 30 and over 50-meter mannequin carry. Short delay while we get the mannequins in position, in the correct position. Underwater divers doing a fantastic job in ensuring that all the equipment is placed correctly for all of our events. Big thank you to them. In the water, Heat 2 of 4, woman 30 and over 50-meter mannequin carry. Out in front is Tanya Livingston from Rocks. She goes down, retrieves the mannequin up first. She's followed by Carol van Bassen from Clifton. On the other side we have Shannon Emmett, also from Rocks. Janine Prince from Summies in lane 7. Out in front is lane 5, Tanya Livingston from Rocks. Just have a look and see what her final time is. She touches 47.76. In second place, it's going to be lane 7. Janine Prince from Summerstrand, followed by lane 6, Shannon Emmett from Rocks. Just watching the replay there. Tanya Livingston coming in and winning that heat. Tanya Livingston.
Okay. In heat 3, in lane 1, we have Hearties.
Susan Marburg.
In lane 2, Mandela.
Michelle Davey.
In lane 3 from Hearties.
Anandi Vermaak.
In lane 4 from Fishhook.
Heather Cresswell.
In lane 5 from Hearties.
Coach Lynette van Rensburg.
In lane 6 from Hearties.
Heidi Stein.
In lane 7 from Hearties.
Mana Petersen.
And again, lane 8 from Hearties.
Ingrid Forbeck Warren, our oldest competitor, our oldest ladies competitor. Let's give her a big round of applause. Amazing to see our 70-plus-year-olds coming in and swimming in these championships. Out in front, it looks like it is Coach Lynette. In lane 5 from Hearties, followed very closely by Heather Cresswell from Fishhook. Lynette down, Heidi Stein down. And Lynette had a really good pickup using those underwaters. Out in front, we've got Lynette van Rensburg, lane 5, followed by lane 4, Heather Cresswell from Fishhook. Anandi Vermaak from Hearties. So it's going to be Heather Cresswell just taking the lead slightly from Lynette van Rensburg. Chasing her down is Anandi Vermaak from Hearties. So it's Fishhook, Hearties. It's going to be a close finish. And it is Fishhook, followed by lane 3, Hearties. And lane 5. Lynette van Rensburg from Hearties. Unofficial time for Heather Cresswell, 55.60. For Anandi Vermaak, 58.19. And for Lynette van Rensburg, 1 minute, 0.97. Well done, ladies. That concludes heat 3 of 4 for the women's 30 and over 50-meter mannequin carry.
Okay, last and final heat. In lane 1 from Fishhook, we have
Jean Topless.
In lane 2 from Hearties, we have
Sani van Heerden.
In lane 3 from Hearties, we have
Elke Stopforth.
In lane 4 from Fishhook, we have
Eloise Horn.
In lane 5 from Fishhook,
Michelle Moxley Lamprecht.
in lane 6 from Hearties, we have
Samantha Murray.
and in lane 7 from Fishhook,
Sally Matusik.
and lane 8 from Hearties, we have
Andre Pereira. Great to have a full heat of women in our final heat of the women's 30 and over 50-meter mannequin carry.
That was long. Nobody helped. Kick.
Okay, we are Just waiting for the mannequins to be placed in the correct position for our final heat of the women's 30 and over 50-meter mannequin carry. Got Fishhook, Hearties. Fishhook and Hearties are dominating this heat. Right, I'm expecting some fast swims from lane 3, Elke 4, Eloise, Michelle Moxley Lamprecht, South African record holder in the 40 to 44-year-old. Going down first is going to be Eloise Horn, but coming out with a fantastic underwater there was Elke Stopforth from Hearties. In second place, we got Eloise Horn from Fishhook. The other Fishhook swimmer, lane 5, that's Michelle Moxley Lamprecht. Eloise Horn working really hard to try and catch Elke Stopforth, but it is going to be Elke. Elke out in front, unofficial time of 41.84, second place in lane 4, Eloise Horn. And in third place was lane 5, Michelle Moxley Lamprecht. Elke Stopforth could possibly have another South African record under her belt. Her unofficial time was a 41.84. The current record holder, also held by Anka, was a 43.33. But we will wait for ratification for that. Well done, Elke. Fantastic swim. It's almost 2 seconds down off that record. Her second one for the morning. Fantastic swim from the young 35-year-old from Hearties. Just quickly while she goes past us, Elke, quick. Elke. How was that?
Very lucky. It was nice.
Did you enjoy it?
It was. I practiced a nice pickup and it worked out okay.
It's always good when it works out, eh?
It was nice.
Congratulations.
It was
Well
good.
done. Well done. Possibly second record for the day?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're hoping so. We will wait for the official results.
That would be nice.
Fantastic swim. Congratulations.
Okay, we're going to start now with the men's 30 and over 50 mannequin carry. In lane 3 from Rocks we have
In Ryan Engel.
in lane 6 from Big Bay,
Alex Nish.
lane 7 from Hearties,
Ricardo Peach. Our record holder. Ricardo potentially could have been our record holder in the previous event, the 100-meter mannequin. Let's see what Ricardo can go here. We'll take his splits. Ricardo Peach in lane 7 from Hearties, former national team member, going out really strong. See what his first 25 is. 12.45. Good underwaters for the pickup. Fast turnover, got a great kick. Has Ricardo. They say record that he is chasing down is of Barria van Niekerk in a 31.72. Let's have a look. Unofficial time, 36.73. Well done, Ricardo. Second place, lane 6. That is Alex Nish from Big Bay. And in lane 3, Ryan Engel from Rocks.
These two next.
31.
They're blocking me.
Some great visuals on the replay. Ricardo out in front. Again, those underwater visuals from our camera are fantastic for our viewers that are on the live stream.
Okay, heat 2 in lane 3 from Hearties.
We've got Craig Campbell.
In lane 4 from Hearties.
Lane, lane 5 looks like Earl Ingram from Seagulls.
Lane 6 from Rocks.
Gareth Dracht.
Lane 7 from Clifton.
We've got Troy Squires.
And lane 8 from Rocks.
Sean Dracht. Oh, we've got the Dracht brothers here. Gareth in lane 6, Sean in lane 8. So we have Hearties, Seagulls, Clifton and Rocks contesting this heat. Right, lane 3, Craig Campbell, Hearties, 5, Earl Ingram, Seagulls, 6th, Gareth Dracht, Rocks, 7, Troy Squires, Clifton, lane 8, Sean Dracht from Rocks. Gareth down in lane 6, was down first, pops up with the mannequins, got a really nice stroke, followed closely by Troy from Clifton. So we've got Rocks, Clifton, and then in lane 8, Gareth's brother, Sean. And lane 6 wins it. Gareth Dracht, unofficial time, 40.08. Second place from Clifton, Troy Squires, and third place, Sean Dracht from Rocks. Got Craig Campbell finishing now. And in lane 5, Earl Ingram from Seagulls. Production team working on the live streaming, doing a great job, bringing some amazing visuals of the swimmers, both on top and our underwater cameras placed strategically to try and bring our viewers at home the best visuals that we can possibly have. It's been fantastic to have this live streaming of the 2026 DHL South African Lifesaving Masters Pool Championships here in Kaberga at the Newton Park swimming pool.
Okay, we're starting with heat 3. In lane 2 from Kings Beach.
We've got Richard Smith.
In lane 4 from Hearties.
Evan Pieterse.
In lane 6 from Clifton.
Greg Huntingford. And that's it. Alright, we've just got 3 gents here. Don't have a full heat. So we've got Kings Beach, Hearties and Clifton. This is heat 3 of 7 of the men 30 and over, 50-meter mannequin carry. At Kings Beach, Hearties and Clifton are going out really quickly. Lane 6, Greg Huntingford from Clifton. Followed by Kings Beach. That's Richard Smith, had a really good pickup there, making some time on Greg from Clifton. Clifton, Kings Beach, Richard and Greg. It is going to be lane 6 from Clifton. Greg Huntingford, unofficial time, 45.45, second place. Richard Smith from Kings Beach. And we've got Evan Pedersen from Hearties. Got the last 5 meters to go. And Evan finishes. Well done.
Okay, heat 4, in lane 1 from Kings Beach.
All right, I think we'll just...
Okay, let's go. Lane 2 from Seagulls.
We've got Gordon Potgieter.
In lane 4 from Kings Beach.
Robert Gout.
In lane 6 from
Milnerton. Marco Zumt.
And lane 7 from Seagulls.
Bernard Lodewijk. Seagulls, Kings Beach, Milnerton. Right, I'm expecting Marco Zimt in lane 6 from Milnerton to go out really quickly. Yes, there he goes. Have a look and see what his 25-meter time is before he pops down. 13.13. Really good underwater from Marco. We've got Kings Beach, that is Robert Gout, as well as Bernard Lodewijk from Seagulls. But out in front we have from Milnerton, that is Marco Zumt. Unofficial time of 40.34. Marco could be quite close on the South African record there for the men 50 to 54. So we will again just wait for the official times, but that could very possibly be a new South African record from Marco Zumt from Milnerton.
Okay, heat 5 in lane 1 from Kings Beach.
Chris Howes,
In lane 2 from Seagulls.
Patrick Lewis,
In lane 3 from Hearties. Seagull, is it Seagull? I can't see. Okay, lane 3 from Summerstrand.
Graham Holm,
In lane 4 from Kings Beach.
our oldest competitor in this event, Andre van Rooyen,
In lane 5 from Summerstrand.
Robert Walsh,
In lane 6 from Rocks.
Derek Morris,
In lane 7 from Summerstrand.
Rob Smith,
And lane 8 from Fishhook.
Guy Mottram. Right, so lane 1, Chris Howes, Kings Beach. 2, Patrick Lewis, Seagulls. Lane 6, Derek Morris, Rocks. Lane 7, Rob Smith, Seagulls. And in lane 8, Guy Mottram from Fishhook. Out in front is lane 8, that's Guy from Fishhook. Good underwater there. Next down was Rob Smith from Summerstrand. But we also have Derek Morris from Rocks. Derek preferring to do the breaststroke. Or it's more a side stroke in order to do the mannequin carry, not doing the speed carry, which is the freestyle arms. But out in front we have got in lane 8 Guy Mottram from Fishhook, unofficial time 45.58. Coming up closely now, lane 6, that's Derek Morris from Rocks. Well done, Derek. And in lane 1 we will have Chris Howes from Kings Beach, unofficial time 1:02.22. Lane 7, that's Rob Smith from Summerstrand. Well done, Rob. And lane 2, we've got Patrick Lewis from Seagulls. Has got about another 2 meters to complete this race. And congratulations, well done to Patrick Lewis from Seagulls.
Okay, the second last heat, heat 6, in lane 1 from Hearties.
Rian van der Merwe,
In lane 3 from Hearties.
Jean-Pierre Duplessis,
In lane 4 from Clifton.
Garth Prevet,
In lane 5 from Clifton.
Brian Allett,
Lane 6 from Hearties.
Lohan Otto,
Lane 7 from Mandela.
Douglas Herbert. Got Hearties, Clifton and Mandeville Dolphins contesting this heat. Out in front we've got Garth Prevet from Clifton. Goes down first in a time of 13.97. Comes up. Pops up first. So we've got Garth Prevet, we've got Brian Allett from Hearties. We've also got Lohan Otto. Coming in lane 4 now is Garth Prevet, but there from Hearties, Jean-Pierre Duplessis. Jean-Pierre, unofficial time. Apologies, didn't get it. Okay, so it was Hearties, lane 4 Clifton, lane 5 Clifton. Well done. Chantal, I think this is going to be a great heat. We've got Barrio van Niekerk and Ruan Marais.
It's going to be a fantastic race, this one. It's going to be fast and quick. We're going to see some great techniques. In lane 1 from Fishhook.
Roy Clark.
In lane 4 from Hearties.
Barrio van Niekerk.
In lane 5 from Hearties.
Ruan Marais.
In lane 6 from Hearties.
Thomas Dreyer.
In lane 7 from Clifton.
Mark Pincente.
Lane 8 from Clifton.
Matthew Goodall.
Did I say lane 3?
Now lane 3 is Jan Albert Heymans, also from Hearties. Fishhook, Hearties and Clifton all contesting this event. Our final heat of the men, 30 and over, 50 meter mannequin carry. Barrio and Ruan, Thomas Dreyer, all of them out really, really quick. Barrio just slightly ahead of his teammate Ruan Marais. Barrio goes down in 11.01. Great underwaters from him. Barrio van Niekerk, Ruan Marais, and Thomas Dreyer. All three Hearties, but it is going to be Barrio van Niekerk who is going to win this in a time of 30.73. Second place, Ruan Marais, lane 5, in official time, 35.80. And in lane 6, Thomas Dreyer. Barrio's time, a 30.73. Just want to quickly check the records here. Now looks like Barrio has done it again in another South African record. Unofficial time, 30.73. His South African time also held by him, 32.06. Got that record last year at these championships. So we will wait for ratification of that, but it looks like Barrio van Niekerk has got another South African record for the men's 50-meter mannequin carry.
There's going to be a 30-minute break now.
Just an announcement. It's going to be a break now until 12:30. We will start marshalling at 12:30. We will then start with the toe and chew. We will start with the toe and chew, and then after that, all the relays will follow. So the 4x25 relay will move before the other relay. We will start at 12:30.
Those of you that have joined us on live streaming, we will now take a short break before we commence at approximately 12:30 for further live streaming of the 2026 DHL Masters Pool Lifesaving Championships. you.